皆さんこんばんは。キングダムカムデリバレンス、キングダムカムデリバレンス、やっていきたいと思います。さあ、体洗って。確かお腹空いてんじゃなかったっけ？お腹空いてんだよね。朝食いただきましょうか、ご飯。
Hey, don't you want a little wager on the rat-aid tourney?
おう。さあ、ではね、今回の目的はですね、とりあえずね、報告行きましょう。はーい。
Good day, Henry.
はいよ。さて、こっから右ですね。お、カポンキョいる。あ、いましたね。ロジック卿。ロジック卿、報告に来ました。おっと、行かないで。
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower.
どこに閉じ込めて
Burner
る？
will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
ということで、バーナードから鍵をもらわないといけないみたいですね。そのバーナードさんどこにいるんでしょうね。こっちか。ファストトラベル。はい。バーナードから鍵をもらいましょう。よし。あれ？中か。この中か？いや、プライベートエリアになってる。上か。はい。いた。
God save you.
例えばトレーニングどうなってんだろ
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
う。はい。
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
All right, but it'll cost you.
金払う。
Now, pay close attention.
ちょっと待ってよ。今いくつになってんだ？剣術は？あれ？ああ、銃のもいけるね。ちょっと待って、寝ないで寝ないで。鍵借りようか、まず。
Key to Jezek's cell.
So Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
当然だ。
No wonder he doesn't want to talk to you.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
それと、トレーニングをお願いしたいんですけど。剣
I'd
術。
like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
上級
I'd。like to hone my skills.
All right, but it'll cost you.
540。
Now, pay close attention.
よし。隊長、まだです。防衛
Can
に
you
ついて
teach me how to defend myself better in combat?
Certainly.
中
I'm
級。
interested in more advanced techniques.
All right, but it'll cost you.
金を払う。
Now, pay close attention.
さあ。防御は7か、戦闘技能が12になったね。 連続攻撃。途切れることのない連続攻撃。いくぜ。あとは手入れは自分で鋭利に研いだ武器は相手の鎧や装備に 15% 大きなダメージを与えます。いいね。こんなとこかな。よし。で、独房か。独房が遠いんだな、地味に。はい。さあ、はいやー、行くぞ。待って、狩猟もレベル上がってんじゃねえの？ベルトルトさん。ちょっと待って。狩猟スキルは7か。まだまだだな。ちなみに武器は修理済みか。機会があればまた研ぎましょう。そう、行こう。独房は裏から回んないとないかな。ここかい？ここかい？ほい。あれ？ここか。話に来たぜ。
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
REDSHANK will keep me alive only as long as it takes to get everything I know out of me. You, on the other hand, gave me certain assurances. So I want to be sure that the secrets my life depends on end up in good hands.
可能
I
な
don't
限り。
promise you anything, but I'll see what I can do.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who were you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau.
笹場で募集があったと。
You into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
どうやって募集主のことを知っ
How
た？
did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago. And they said they were heading for Sasau. That armed men were being recruited. And they'll hire anyone.
誰でも雇ってくれる。給
Old
油。
friends. Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
笹場の仲間エリック。
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
笹場の仲間。
Crimps. You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to
Yokonomori.
Sasao. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
そうすると、あとは修道院ですね。
This highly placed person at the monastery. What can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
エリックをどう捕まえるからか。
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Redzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
言うだけ言ってみる。
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
はい。よし。さあ、では、ラジック卿へ報告しましょう。サーサバの横の森ね。こっちの先だね。はい。よし。おうおう。あれ、向こうの上か。はいはいはいはいはいはい。はい、すいませんね。上っぽいな。これちょっと戻って出てきてくんないとプライベートエリア侵入になっちゃうぞ。はい。よし。あ、降りてきてっかな。あれ。あ、来た来た来た来た来た。よかった。お待ちしておりました。ラジック卿。
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Yezhek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
どうするおつもりですか。
What will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Yezhek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Yezhek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm
潜入捜査ですか。
but I know of no one else who can help as much as you can now.
よい。
As you command, sir.
もう犯罪を犯しちゃったらもうダメなんですよ、この世界は。情報をいただくためにはちょっとね、ああいったことも言わないといけないというね。さあ、 では行きましょうか。さあ、サバに向かわないとですね。はい。よし。
Good day, Henry.
山賊に襲われそうだな。とりあえずこっち行きましょう。あ、まだ昼間だ。で、大丈夫そうですね。さあ、いよいよ証拠集めしていきましょう。そこの森、お、すんなりと行けましたね。はい。じゃあまずは執行官、ちょうど目の前にいるかな。あなたじゃないですか、執行官。執行官よ。
Good health to you.
はい。
I've got a few questions for you, Bailiff, if you don't mind. Have you been having some trouble around here?
And what business is it of yours? Did someone complain? Who sent you here?
No one complained, though I'd be interested to know why you think they might. It was Lord REDSHANK who sent me. He'd heard word that some unsavory characters are holed up round here.
Begging your pardon. Well, what the devil does Sir REDSHANK care about it? And I keep hearing the same from Sir Sebastian. And he's got no dog in this fight either.
うん。勝てるのはこれでいこ
Have an inn and the horse trails cross here. There must be many travellers come seeking work, and not all of them honest men.
Aye, it's true. Bedlam has broken out once or twice, and restoring order was no easy matter.
Has there been anything like that lately?
No, it's been quiet here lately. Now that I think about it, I don't recall coming across anyone here like that.
Nobody looking for soldiering work, maybe as a merchant's guard?
There's always one or two like that. But if they don't get the job, they move on.
う。はあ。見知らぬ人たちについて何か噂を聞いてませんですか。
Have you heard any talk of strangers in the town, and maybe people acting oddly?
Nothing worth mentioning. Sure, there's been some talk about the miller. Folks saying they've been seeing him doing this or that, or people visiting him at night. But he's never done anything. He's a decent enough man for a miller.
この
I'll
引
try
き。
asking him if he's heard anything.
He lives on the other side of the river, by the bogs. But don't go getting your hopes up. He might not be able to help.
I heard some recruiters are meeting in Sassa. Seemed likely they get up to mischief and people might complain.
Do you think that people here complain and I don't do my job? Nothing of the sort. Old Lederman's the only one that comes complaining, but I pay no heed to him.
And what does this Lederman complain about?
Lederman is our local tanner.
革職人。
Lives by the quarry, which is where, well, some youngsters go there to wrestle.
They go there to fight and that doesn't bother you?
Why would it bother me? Much better to brawl there than in the tavern. At least in the quarry they can't damage anything but each other. And my catchballs go by there from time to time to keep an eye on things.
ほう。セバスチャン教も聞いておこう
Sir
か。
Sebastian? Who's that?
Sebastian Baron von Berg. He's here under monastery law to protect us against all this unrest in the land.
Why should he care about the city? That's not his jurisdiction, is it?
Quite true. I'm in charge of this city, but he keeps telling me I've got cutthroats hiding around here, and I should be more vigilant. The goal of the man.
猿。
Thank you, Bailiff.
Take care now.
さあ、証拠が増えましたね。粉引き ABCDB 全部あるね。とりあえず B をやりましょうか。こっちか。あの酒場行った後後ろに行こうかね。粉引き屋の主人は するじゃないですか。今座ったのあなたじゃないですか、亭主。
Good health to you, sir.
Got a few right here.
はい。
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
And what's your idea of suspicious?
傭兵
Have
を
you
探
heard
し
of anyone looking to hire some rough men?
Mercenaries, you mean?
Yes.
There were some fellows conspiring here in the corner twice a week, and others coming and going. They didn't look entirely respectable, but they never made any trouble.
おお、どうなっ
What
た？
happened to them?
I don't know, they just stopped coming.
来なくなっ
I
ちゃ
haven't
った
seen hide
か。
nor hair of them since.
You haven't heard anything about where they went?
How could I have? They just stopped coming, and that's that.
認識する手段あります？
I'll recognize them.
Unquenchable thirst? They drank like fish. They were rough looking too. Big bearded and scruffy. Aside from that, they mostly kept to themselves.
That's not much help. What did they do while they were waiting for someone?
They drank. And they played dice. I do remember there were always dice on the table.
おお、特にあんまし、どこの人
They
が
were fond of dice, were they? And where would you find a game around here?
Anywhere there's dice and usually drink. That's all you need for a game. Although it dawns on me now, I never saw Simon with those men, oddly enough. He's got a nose for drunken dice players with a coin to lose.
Simon who?
粉引き屋でしょ？
Why, the young miller. He runs Catzick Mill. Neighbours are always slandering him for trafficking, but who knows? Maybe he just has a knack for business.
Thank you for the help.
Not at all. But why off so soon? Sit down for a tankard or a bite to eat.
My pleasure.
はい。
May the Lord watch over you.
ってことは、やはりちょっとサイモン怪しいですね。革職人にも尋ねた方がいいかな。革職人も尋ねましょうか。多分サイモンだろうな、行くなら。こっちかな。よし。あれ。あ、いたいたいたいたいた。普通に後ろから入っちゃいますよ。はい。よし。この人かな。あれ。違うな。こっちか。地味に遠いな。あ、あれかな？あの建物でしょうかね。よし。あ、革職人のとこですね。はい。買い物になっちゃったよ。売るもんあったっけ？確か俺皮持ってなかったっけ？あ、あるね。よし。あ、いたいた。違うな。中か。いた。革職人。ちょっと待って。
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
困っていることがあると聞きました。
I've heard all's not well with you.
It's better now. I must have eaten something bad.
No, I mean you've complained about some ruffians raising hell behind your house.
Aye, true enough. That lot's been a thorn in my side. And when I went to tell them to take it elsewhere, they nearly beat me to a pulp.
うん。どこに喧嘩は
Nearly every evening.
毎晩。
Every godforsaken evening. Shouting and bellowing there till nightfall. And then they leave. Probably to get drunk.
大勢ですか？
How many of them are there?
How would I know? They make as much noise as a herd of wild boar in rutting season.
And did they all attack you?
Aye. They knocked the stuffing right out of me.
うん。
And nobody does the thing about it.
執行官も手出さないって言ってたもんね。
He couldn't give a rat's arse. There's no commotion under his window, so what does he care?
That's quite a bailiff you've got.
A scarecrow would keep better order.
つけていきまし
Go
ょ
on, I'll take care of them.
Well, you look like you could move mountains, but there are several of them and just one of you.
Perhaps we'll be able to settle things peacefully.
Maybe. They might think twice before kicking your arse.
う。嫌ですって。降参しないように頑張って
Perhaps
み
I
ま
can
す。
reason with them. It doesn't have to come to blows.
Well, break a leg, lad. Or better yet, don't. But if you manage to pull it off, you'll get your reward. Don't worry. May the Lord watch over you.
ということで、荒くれ者の目的が達したんですが、オプションですね。これに関しては、毎晩なので夜ですね。まだ夜じゃないもんね。先に A 行くか。A と C 見た方がいいかな。はーい。ヘブルズ行くぞ。まだ時間はお昼過ぎですね。ここまで行きましょう。で、後ろ振り向いてかな。こっちだね。んだよね。向こうか。この辺りかな。酒場あったね。店主にも話聞きましょう。あ、この人かな。あ、違うな。この人かな。あ、違うな。あなたですか。人を探している。クリーム。
Heard some rough men come here looking to recruit. Have they ever stopped in to eat or drink? Or to arrange something?
Were some brawlers that used to fight behind the tavern, but they raised such a commotion. I went and complained, and the town watch drove them off somewhere.
I wasn't thinking about that lot. I'm looking for recruiters that hire mercenaries and other cutthroats.
I don't know about that. Every once in a while, a merchant will hire some help or an escort, but nothing more. Nobody comes here regular. I'd notice if they did.
ブローラー。
Do you happen to know where the brawlers you complained
ブローラーってなんだろうな。
I've not got the slightest inkling. I'm just glad all the shouting stopped. It scared the horses in the stables.
あいつらだろうな。
You haven't heard talk of any scoundrels involved?
Well, I have heard some things, but I can't say if they're true or not. There's some that talk just to hear the sound of their own voices.
And who's the most frequent topic of that kind of gossip?
Miller Simon.
あ、サイモン
He's
か。
rich with coin, and it's not from the mill. But that's nonsense. Folk just don't know how much a mill can earn.
Anyone else?
Aye, there's talk of the knacker giving people the evil eye, or them that's not in bailiff's good graces. But I don't suppose that's what you want to know.
は
Thank you, innkeeper.
Not at all. Would you like something to eat or drink?
あ。で終える。ちょっと日本語訳で分かりづらかったけど、C と A が増えたな。いやもう B じゃねえかなと思ってんだけどね。とりあえず、C、あれ ?C がないね。 オフサス業者。あ、あった。まあ、まずは、こっち行きましょうか。A 行ってみましょうか。はい。もうあっちの B だけじゃねえかなと思ってんだけどね。まあ、証拠集めはしといていいかもしれないね。これは道なりに行けるのかな？よし。道なり行けそうですね。ちょっと待って。あ、渡れねえじゃん。こっちか。こっちからじゃないといけないか。そろそろ夕方になっちゃうな。B から見るか。この中？あれ？違うな。あ、待って、B じゃねえんだよな。C だよな。あれ？近くないの？ここら辺じゃなかったっけ？あれ？プライベートエリア。この人か？違うよね。C がだいぶ遠いぞ。あれ？遠いね。あれ？いつの間にか何？風呂屋行ってるじゃん。道理で遠いわけだ。お風呂屋さん。この人かな？あなたですか？
God be with you.
喧嘩屋ですか？
I'm the local grave digger. But if there aren't any burials to take care of, I'll turn me hand to knacker in.
Well, then you might know a lot of things that others don't.
I'm a decent man. Not always honest, but decent.
血生臭い問題起きてないか。
Going on in these parts?
There certainly is. Candles are being stolen from the church. As brazen as that. What sort of people do that?
ろうそくが教会から盗まれて
Have
る。
you heard of anyone around here hiring adventurers and bandits?
How would I know that? Most people avoid talking to me. I don't even go to the tavern much these days.
And what's been happening in Sasau lately?
Nothing interesting. Except maybe that bitch being slaughtered.
What? Who was she, a villager? I wouldn't call that nothing interesting.
No. I mean a dog bitch. It was a while back, but they called me to clear it up.
What happened?
The dog looked like she'd been hacked to bits. They were scared it was some demon. But as far as I could see, someone took a sword or an axe to her.
Why on earth would anyone do that?
What do I know? Maybe he was snooping around where he shouldn't, and the bitch went for him. I hear there was some dog-bitten fellow being cared for at the monastery. Only they kept him there on account of a broken leg. Maybe that's the same one.
Thank you. I'll be going now.
ほう。
Very well. Feel free to stop by any time. People shy away from me, except when there's a death, or the cesspit's full. Take care now.
クエスト増えたな、なんか。負傷の状態確認で出たけど。こっちか。行ってみましょうか。もう A 行かずに B 行っちゃっていいような気がしてきたな。 さて、怪我してる人はどこでしょう。近づいてきたね。近づいてきたぞ。あ、この中かな。これかな。違うな。あれ、誰だ。この人か。負傷者。エリアスに話せばいいかな。どなたですかって。
And who are you?
Brother Elias.
こちらで何を。
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
治療法について
Do
は
you
詳しい
know
んです
anything
か。
about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
で、
And what do you do here exactly?
負傷者の治療。
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse. Sometimes I have to hold the patient down, or fetch and carry things.
how
どの
long
く
have
ら
you
い
been
手伝えてるん
helping
で
here?
すか。
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded back then.
なるほど、ありがとう。
Thank you.
Farewell.
負傷者。あ、見る。
He just needs to sleep.
え、この人だよね。スリにしかならねえけど。しょうがないな。睡眠とセーブだけしたら。行くか。喧嘩屋のとこ行きましょうか。うん、病人。ちょっとわからないね。いけないですね。はい。じゃあ、B 行こうか。セーブもしたしね。何かあってもここからスタートできると。よし。お家の裏っつってたよな。はい。いたな。ちょっとお腹満たしていくか。いいよ。なんか飲んだ方がいいかな。アジリティ。スタミナか。活力と栄養上がるね。飲んどこうか。よし。スタミナ多少あった方がいいでしょう。重いか。パンチ。代理でここに行きました。
Hannah sent me. He says you've been causing a commotion at night, and I thought I might convince you to stop.
Ha! So all his whining finally found a friendly ear, did it? Let me tell you something first, Whelp. I'm the bailiff's man, and we're not doing anything wrong here. Old Lederman's only been whining like that since he lost a bit of silver. Didn't bother him before that.
He told me different.
Ha! Of course he did. Otherwise no one would help him. Go ahead and ask the lads. They'll tell you the same. It's God's honest truth.
I'll take you at your word. But what should I do now?
The way I see it, you've got two choices. Screw that old liar and leave him be, or get down to business?
下派職人を裏切る。仕事をしません
What
か
do you mean, get down to business?
Well, you may think you're pretty tough, and if you give us all a thrashing, we might think it over. But then again, we're no strangers to a hard fight.
If I break your arm, then you won't be coming here for a while, will you?
But I'm a fair fellow, so I'll make you an offer. If you
Ah,
enter our tournament
tournament.
and win, which means beating us all, then we'll go elsewhere. If you don't win, then you're flat out of luck and have to leave. That's not so bad, is it?
ああ、どんな仕事をする
If I wanted to join in, what would I have to do?
It's pretty simple. First you have to beat Weed. He's that not too dangerous looking fella there.
3つのいずれかを試すことができ、
Good rest and he's got God on his side.
3人倒
Then
せっ
you
て
can
こと
try
か。
one of those three. Doesn't matter which. And if you whip all three, you can test your mettle against me. Fair enough?
So the last match is with you.
That's right. They say a bout with me is no joke. Just bad humors.
戦
I
お
want
う
to。fight you.
違う違う違う違う違う違う違う。
What did I tell you? First beat Weed and those three clowns. And then I'll have time for you. Got it? May the Lord watch over you.
お前から行くか。
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
戦いましょう。
Let's fight.
Let's fight!
Put a bit more effort into it, lad. I won't tussle with you till you put weed on his back. Till then, you're not worth my time. Good luck to you.
なんだってお前じゃないのか。お前じゃこれか。雑草からだ。
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
そうやろう。
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Farewell.
ぶっ殺してやるぜ。うらうらうらうら。やっちまえ。ラッシュラッシュラッシュラッシュ。うらスタミナなめんじゃねえ。うらうらうら。ほっ甘いぜ。カウンター。うらいけ。膝蹴り。よし。やったぜ。次どいつだ。お前か。
Jesus Christ be praised.
戦おう。
You look pretty good. But I'm betting it was just luck.
We'll see.
Farewell.
私は負けるわけにはいかないのです。おっうらなかなかに素早いですね。おっいけ。連続膝蹴り。あ、削れてるね。このままずっと蹴り続ければいけんじゃねえ。スタミナの続く限り。うらうらうらよ。甘いぜ。お前だな。ベッドウィックス。逃がさねえぞ。
Let's fight.
That wasn't bad. But let's see how you do with me. Good luck to you.
その花へし折ってやるぜ。うらうらいけ。うらうらうら。その後ろで眠ってるやつと一緒にねんねしてな。いけ。うらスタミナがなくなってきただろう。連続。あ、来たね。うらよっしゃ眠ってろ。お前じゃないのか最後は。パンチよ。やろうじゃ
I
ねえ
want
か。
to fight you.
What did I tell you? First beat Weed and those three clowns.
もう一匹いるって。
Then I'll have time for you. Got it?
I want to get better at fist fighting.
そのままに教えてもらおうか。全然
I'd
やって
like
ね
to practice the basics.
Alright, but it'll cost you.
え。もうそんなもん払ってやるぜ。
Pay close attention.
ちょうどいいや。習っとこう。今のうちに。
I want to get better at fist fighting.
Certainly.
中
I'm
級余裕
interested
でし
in
ょ
more advanced techniques.
Alright, but it'll cost you.
金払う。
Now, Pay close attention.
素で書くといくつまでいった？ 10 までか。もう一個いけるね。万全の状態で臨みます。上級。こんばんは。よし、これで多少は良くなっただろう。素で書くと12まで来たね。あともう一匹いただろう。お前か。
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
戦おう。Let's fight.
That wasn't bad, but now we'll take it up a notch.
Farewell.
その自信へし折ってくれるぜ。ほら。ほら。ほら、いけ。いけ。ほら、連続蹴り。さあ、ほら。ほら。ほら。いけ。ほら。よし。メインレベルレベルアップ。さあ、パンチよ。よろじゃねえか。
You put on quite a show. Can't say I expected it. God be with you.
さあ、ボスだな。強いんじゃねえの？うら。うら。ほっ。はい。とい。うら。いけ。スタミナ。ああ、はまったな。その調子で連続蹴り。うら。うら。うら。いいね、端っこではめろ。うら。うら。うら。ああ、スタミナ切れだぜ。うら。うん、たわいもない。起きろ。これとりあえずいいのかな。これ起きてくんないと何も始まんないけど。パンチさんよ。起きねえな。もうみんな血まみれじゃないですか。どうですか皆さんね。あ、起きないんだけど、あれ。生きてんだよね。早く起きてくださいよ。ほら、起きてくださいよ。やべえ、犯罪者扱いになっちゃった。うん。起きてくんないと何も始まんねえんだけどな。あ、起きた起きた起きた。やっとかい。パンチの敗北です。
You
were really good. I've got to hand it to you. Most lads don't make it past me. So listen, I want to tell you something.
What's that?
There are people here looking for really tough men, and I'd say you fit the bill. So when you walk through town this evening, if there's a light in the church, go in and wait a while. If they like the looks of you, they might give you some work.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
ということでゲームが保存されましたけども D ですね。クリンプと会う場所に行き野営地の位置を聞き出すというところでね、今回はここまでにしたいと思います。ただね、犯罪者のマークついちゃったね。まあそれでは、次回この続きからやっていきたいと思います。それではまた次回お楽しみに。さよなら。